Hey guys, Tepcocyclerepair. I want to go over these floating axles because I get a lot of comments online and people that are concerned about the difference in gap between this side here and this side here. You see how this is all the way up against the leg, and then the other side, if you look at it, there's a gap in there. All right, from the edge of the spacer to the fork leg. Okay, that's because it's a floating axle. Let me show you what that means, okay? As you can see, that gap I'm talking about that people always question. Now this fork tube clamp on the bottom just floats on this. So if I push the fork, it can move in and out independently without the axle. The axle will just sit there. All right, so you can actually take this and you can move it a little bit. Because what we're looking at and what you see here is the part of the axle here that you can see is this lip. It's right here. This lip right here goes up against this spacer and holds the wheel together. You can take this leg off, and I'm going to do this here in a second to show you exactly what I'm talking about. This axle right now is fully installed and tightened to all the bearings. This leg floats on it, all right, and you want it to be relaxed when you tighten it up so it doesn't affect your seals. But I'm going to go ahead and take this whole fork leg off and show you. All right, so I got the wheel mounted up now. I got the axle through here. All right, I have the 17 on this side tightened, which is pulling the entire axle through the hub. All right, so I have the 17 on here tight. It pulls the spacer here against the fork leg. Over here, it's pulling this part of the axle right here, this lip right here, up against this spacer and all the bearings and the hubs together. So sitting just like this, okay, the wheel can be spun. All right, brakes will work, everything is in. Of course, this side here is going to hold the side of the wheel, but I'm just showing you that this is how this works. So when you put the other fork leg on the right fork leg here, right, when it goes on here, it just floats on this, and you have it relax perfectly by spinning the wheel, hitting the brake a couple times, and then you tighten the pinch bolt here. But this axle right here is fully tightened in right now, and these are how these floating axles work. This side here, you always want to keep these pinch bolts loose until you get that side tight. So the sequence is you put the axle all the way through, tighten the 17 on the other side, the end cap right here, but not all the way. Keep these loose, tighten the two on this side so it doesn't spin. All right, torque this here, tighten these two, then you loosen the two on this side, and then you spin it, hit the brake a couple times, and let it relax in the middle, and then you tighten these two. But this lip right here holds it against. This is the entire floating axle setup. This thing is mounted in right here without the right leg, just to show you guys how this setup works, and hopefully this will help you understand it. So when you look and you see a bigger gap on this side, that's okay because the leg is just floating on this side. And you see what I mean by floating here. All right, you just want it in its relaxed position. So I'm going to spin the wheel, hit the brake a couple of times, and then tighten these two up. All right, anyway, hopefully that helps you out. It makes sense. If you have any questions, please post them below, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. But let's get this Cannondale single lefty bike back together. This is a 21 gas 250. Great bike.